Welcome to the Everyday Leader Podcast, where conversations inspire action, growth, and impact. Hosted by two passionate leaders, Shannon and Conrad, this podcast is for those who strive to lead with purpose and integrity in their life. Whether you're navigating big decisions, seeking balance, or dreaming of creating change, we're here to help explore the tools, stories, and insights that help everyday leaders thrive. Join us each episode as we dive into the art of leadership at work, at home, and in the world. Because leadership isn't a title, it's a way of being.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday Leader Podcast. Shannon and Conrad here with you. And Shannon, I've had this happening with some of the folks I get to work with and want to blend with you, get your take on it. And it's folks that are starting new jobs. They may have completed a job, they've had a period of time in starting new jobs. And what I've seen, kind of just to frame it a little bit, showing up is a hyper focus. That's my language. Hyper focus on the new job and nothing else.
Yeah, I have like a whole story over here that I'm making up, which is like you said, people are starting new jobs, and I'm like, yes, hooray! That's so exciting, especially right now. Especially in our world right now, it is so exciting when people are starting new jobs. So congratulations. And then as soon as you said that, like, that is what they're really focusing on, there was this two things happened. Like, I almost had like a split in my brain. And one story was, you got to double down. You got a job, you got to double down. And the other side was like, oh, what a great opportunity to bring in the structure that you need and you want in your life is you. Like, how wonderful to have a fresh start. And what structure will support you now?
Let's double click on that structure word, because I think that is the leadership competency skill that we want to highlight today is going into something new. What structure or what structure is needed, or how do you create structure? Is something in that genre of, I've got all these habits and things that I do, and then I have this new exciting opportunity. How do I blend those, or what structures do I keep? Something in that area.
Yes. Well, first, let's hope that, and I'm sure that because these are people who are working with you, Conrad, and or people who are working with coaches or even just doing their own self-reflection before saying yes to a new opportunity, that you've already started this design with whoever you're going to be working for around things like, what's your schedule? How much will you be traveling? Just basically, what does time look like in this particular job, and that you're getting what you want and getting what you need in that, right? That's the first.
So, step one, collecting data from the folks you'll be working with or for. Also, Shannon, I love you bringing this. It's a design with self through this process.
Yeah.
What am I willing to give up or say no to or say yes to? So it is that step one is really being clear on what are you up to here?
Yeah, it's kind of coming back to what is the structure that you need to really integrate this job into your life, as opposed to integrating your life into this job.
Good distinction. Good distinction. Right. You have your life, you have you as a human being and doing, and you have some inherent needs, some desires, values, purpose, all the things that you have within you that are at your core. And then the work you do in the world, the job, how do I integrate that into life, into my life versus the other way around. I love that you said that. That's a great distinction.
Yeah, and you might not have the opportunity to do it across the board, but starting with where do you have the opportunity as opposed to maybe, what I know I've done in the past with jobs is just said, okay, I'm so excited I have a job. I'm going to show up on the first day and I'm just going to let it take over. Whatever they
Yeah.
need, whatever they want, whatever is needed, that's what's going to happen. So I think in terms of the thinking about this through the lens of structure, the first is like very tangible, looking at your schedule
Mhm.
and how you want your day-to-day schedule to be. What needs to be preserved for yourself, for your family, for your community, all that non-work stuff. What does that look like during weekdays and weekends? And then what does that mean in terms of the what you want to design with the people that you work with, right? So
Yeah.
that's
So
just very tangible.
I love that tangible part. And on the other side of that, what are the responsibilities of the work? What's tangible over there? What are some things that are essential uh, to creating the impact in that role? So you have those two different, um, maybe they're aligned, maybe they're not, right? Now, I don't want to make an assumption. Maybe it aligns perfectly with the desires of the human and the desires of the organization, and they come together. And when I even say that, I got my hands out in this finding that middle. And I love that you said you're not going to get like everything that integrates into life, but start with the time, start with the essentials, and then find the middle ground to where you can have um, choice and agency in order to create your life.
Yes, I want to land this a bit under this umbrella of structure with these three S's. You just helped me map this out. So what you just
Mm,
spoke about was the success. What
mm,
does success look like? So we start with schedule, the tangibles, right?
yep.
And we look at success. What does success look like for you in this job? And maybe it's in the first 90 days, and then maybe it's in the first year. That's one. What do you want to be able, what are you
Uh,
responsible for? And what do you want to be able to say your contribution has been, right, over those
mm,
time periods? So success. And then in between that is the strategy. That's the how. How are you going to do that? And how can you blend what you know you want to continue to hold really safe and steady in your life with the success that you want to have
yeah.
in this commitment that you've made to this work?
So Shannon, just to recap, and with your permission, I may want to integrate a fourth S. Just to
Always.
recap, so we got structure, and you said strategy is the how, working backwards,
Mhm.
and then what were the other two? I'm so excited about my S. I've already forgotten the other two.
So under the umbrella of structure, we have, your schedule. What are you protecting
Schedule,
in your
yeah,
life? Then we have what is the success that you want to be a part of,
success,
right? And then
yep.
we get there through strategy. What are the strategies to move
And
you from, between? Go
maybe
ahead.
this is an equation. So those three S's equal sustain.
Oh, yes. Yes. Perfect.
Yeah. So I love creating with you, Shannon, because this just ended and just evolved in our conversation to have that structure, and just so awesome. This applies for a new job, a new opportunity, new relationships.
Hmm.
So there's broader applications for this. So try the 3S for the sake of the fourth S under structure.
Yeah. Let us
And let
know
us
how it
know.
goes. Yeah.
Maybe there's a fifth S. Who knows? We'd love to hear.
Thanks, everyone. Be well.
Be well.